Hello, everybody. Happy holidays and welcome to the TechRaptor podcast. I'm Robert Scarpanito, your features editor.
Andrew Otten, editor-in-chief.
Rutledge Doggett, site founder.
Andrew Stretch, Mario editor.
Mario editor indeed. This week, we have a little fun episode that we are totally not recording a month ahead of time to give ourselves this week off, but to give you guys content. We're doing a really... Is it dumb or fun?
This is
or
dumb.
Both?
This is dumb. This is so dumb.
No.
It's going to be great.
The competition episode, the game show episode, that's going to be dumb. This is fun. I like this.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. This week we aren't going to cover any news. We're not really going to talk about any games we've been playing. This week we have created a bracket of Mario enemies. We're at the Elite 8 right now.
Classics.
And the NBA can't sue us.
No.
And you should specify this isn't like the Magic Koopas, the Koopa kids, the main characters like the Fawfles. This is the fodder. This is the bullshit enemies.
Yes, the ones you've killed or stomped on many times in all of your Mario adventures. We've created a bracket of them that you will see on the video soon. And if you're not watching the video, you can check it out at youtube.com, where we have a little bracket and we're going to debate. We're going to have very smart arguments with smart theories, backed up by evidence and facts and logic, and no feelings here. This is just truth about which of these enemies would win in a big fight and who will be crowned king of all the Mario fodder enemies.
That's right.
Actually, yeah, is the criteria for a victory, like what are we looking at? Are we looking at the most powerful, or are we looking at like popularity contest?
Actually, let's set the ground rules now because we haven't talked about it. we just said we're going to make them fight, and so we're going to figure that out right here. I think it should be a fight, like a to the death kind of.
It's whatever criteria you think is most important for that one.
Oh,
that's true.
Freestyle.
You have to make your own argument.
Yeah,
and you have to
whatever's
convince
most
us.
convincing.
Yeah, we have to come to some agreement. Decide who wins.
Mm-hmm. Now, I think it should come to a vote, not necessarily unanimous agreement.
So three of us have to
agree. And I don't know what we're going to do if it's a tiebreaker.
I feel like a lot of those 1 versus 3 is going to be me or Stretch versus the rest of everyone. Feels like.
Well, we will find out. And then here's another question.
Are you saying that we have questionable taste and we have weird hills that we die on?
Just saying.
I can get on board with.
Another question I want to get out of the way now that we will probably revisit and break the rule we're about to establish later in this episode. So we have some characters here where they're like, it's a general, like the Koopas.
Yeah, we're talking all Koopas.
Does this include Magic Koopas, Hammer Bro Koopas, and all the Koopas? So then
it would really hamper some of the others if we didn't include some of their extra people.
Yes. Okay, so we're talking like the general species subset, right. Not necessarily the singular. Exactly. It's not like one Koopa v1 whatever.
All the Goombas. We're even talking Goombario.
If you had 1,000 Goombas versus 1,000 Shy Guys, who would win?
The Shy Guys, no question.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's reveal the bracket. This is it. We put it in a random seed generator thing, and this is what we have now. We're looking at
for the audio listeners. Why don't you read out?
Yes. For the audio listeners, and just in general, here's the 4 competitions we're going to size up over the next, who knows how long this will be, 4 hours, 5 hours, we'll find out. Round 1 is Koopas v Piranha Plants. Round 2 is Goombas v Shy Guys. Round 3 is Bob-ombs versus Bullet Bills and other Bullet Bill shaped type creatures. And round 4 is Chain Chomp versus Thwomp, which is unintended but great rhyming.
Yes. I mean, great debatable, but it rhymed.
All right. Let's start with the Koopa v Piranha Plants. I think maybe a good place to start is round horn. Who do you immediately vote for? And then we debate. So we'll start with Otten. Immediately
immediately. So my gut is Koopa's got to be the number 1 seed coming into this bracket. So I
you think
immediately want to go for a Piranha Plant.
No Cinderella story here.
Piranha Plant. Okay.
We're just going straight for the underdog.
That's right. Immediately off the bat, Koopa v Piranha Plant. I just want to establish like debate teams right now.
Koopa.
Of course you'd go for Koopa, you base bitch.
Goddamn right.
Okay, Koopa. Stretch.
Oh, I think that I'm legitimately leaning Piranha.
Yes,
because
join
Piranha's
me.
got a lot of hidden stuff that you don't quite know is going on.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, I think everyone here has copious notes, right?
I do.
So
I'm ready.
we have
I
fodder.
know that 2 of us came in with notes. I didn't know that notes were being prepared, and also Rutledge is here.
For context, if I'm doing an interview with a company and they send me questions ahead of time, I don't read them.
Wow.
Actually, no. Let's take this a step further. Rut forgot that we were even recording this today. That is how woefully unprepared he is for this discussion.
He got surprised.
That and I'm not a huge Mario guy, so I'm doing this purely off of gut and instinct.
So you're going for Koopa, okay?
Yeah,
Going for
if
Koopa.
you're just looking at him, right? Just looking at them.
What about you?
Looking at him, looking at the history.
What about you, Robert?
So I'll fight for Koopas for now, just so it's not an immediate. We're gonna Piranha Planet, right? So Koopas are they're a pretty wide, huge army. I looked up their fucking Mario wiki page, and they're like, which Koopa? Like, which of the billions of Koopa do you want to look at? It's a big army. Of there's magic ones, Hammer Bros, there's Sumo Bros, there's fucking Booms, there's there's a lot of.
To help the other side of the argument, also the utility that the Koopa plays in getting swallowed by a Yoshi to have wings or breathe fire. Like there's dead, the Koopa can kind of make some moves.
Oh, you want to talk about dead Koopas? Here's a question: what's the scariest item in Mario Kart?
Scariest item? Yeah,
that's right, a blue shell. Where do you think
that's annoying.
It's your asshole friend that pulls out the controller when they're about to lose.
Okay. What's the other scariest item in Mario Kart?
That's going to be a blue shell there, Rob.
and red shell. Mm-hmm. Blue and red shells are like the worst items to get hit by in Mario Kart, and they make people very angry. And you know what started them? The Koopas.
I mean, what is the etymology? Not etymology. What is the biology of a Koopa? Is that like they have moved out of their shell to be so ubiquitous in Mario Kart? Is there some kind of conclave of nudist Koopas going around that have donated their shells to sport?
No. The commissioner of the Mario Racing League just murders them and takes their shells and puts them in the question mark boxes.
Yeah, I feel
they are murdered as an accessory for racing.
Which is a worse organization, the Mario Kart League or FIFA?
FIFA, yeah.
Man, how fucking brutal is Mario Kart when Koopa is one of the original? You have a Koopa in Mario Kart.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Koopas come built in with a very powerful weapon. They just take off their shell and fucking chuck it at you.
Yeah,
and that's before they throw magic spells. Right?
I don't know.
and hey, if a Koopa falls off a ledge, who's there to help him? Lucky 2. They got to support.
I mean, but Lucky 2 helps everyone.
Yeah,
that's not. You can't really.
But if we're evolving this into like a war on the species, Lucky 2 is going to have some allegiance. I feel like he's not going to help a Piranha Plant.
Koopas are so fucking boring, and they needed to invent other types of Koopas so people would find them interesting. Piranha plants are interesting from the get-go.
Yeah, they've never invented new kinds of piranha plants.
There's new kinds, but they don't need a million kinds. They just by themselves, they're interesting enough.
So
there's one thing that matters. One can move around easily. The other one cannot.
No, piranha plant has tiny feet.
Yeah.
And have you played Smash?
I'll say, which one's a fucking Smash character?
That's
what I fucking thought. The Piranha Plant's a Smash character. Koopa's not. It's a fucking item. It's a shitty shell.
Yeah.
That's how
the
little
piranha
they
plant
cared about it.
Can, in some iterations, can breathe fire.
Right.
Some iterations will lead you to a teleport to God knows where, and they can make themselves invincible by tucking up into their little pipe that they come with.
That's exactly right.
Fair.
They prevent Mario from going down pipes also.
Mm-hmm.
They stop that Italian plumber laying pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I if I'm being real, my real vote here is also for the Piranha Plant. I think the Piranha Plant has a lot of strengths. I just
More
wanted to fight for the Koopas because I didn't want to just throw the Koopas out immediately.
You know,
Okay,
the
I think all of
Koopas-
us went heel because
Now I feel like
gotta
I
be
have to
Koopa,
defend
right?
the Koopa.
Because see, to me, the Piranha Plant has the element of stealth. It's a surprise.
Yes,
it's an ambush, right?
It gets you. They're unpredictable.
Right. And they're very resilient and tenacious because
right.
when Piranha Plant first came out for Smash, everyone called it low tier, shit tier. And now it's climbed up the ranks. It's mid tier. People like using Piranha Plant.
out of
weird?
70
That's right.
possible options, people think it's about the 30.
Hey, is Koopa even an option? No, I didn't fucking think so.
Yeah.
But Koopa does have some good things going for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's technically like one of the very first Mario enemies ever, even before Super Mario Bros. They weren't Koopas. Before anybody wants to correct me, they weren't Koopas then. But the first iteration of the turtle things weren't Koopas, but that's what inspired Koopas.
Right.
Doesn't Koopa mean Bowser in Japanese? And so they had to
Yeah,
kind of
also
change the history around it. Yeah.
Yeah, you could play them in Mario Party. The only other one of these in the bracket that you could be is Mario Party is Goombas and Shy Guys. Can't be anybody else. You could be Petey Piranha in one of them.
Right.
But it's got that going for it. It's in multiple Mario Parties. It's in the Mario Golf stuff. It's in Mario Tennis.
Mm-hmm. And it's also an item in Mario Kart that's pretty powerful. You do get a boost and you bite people.
One thing it's got going against it is it seems like it's going to be the minions of the new Mario movie. So that kind of shit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
but
gonna be
minion
minions.
to Jack Black.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, but
That
I mean,
immediately
like,
elevates you.
but I mean, you're still a fucking minion. Like,
I mean,
and I
all
don't
of these
mean minion
minions.
as in a general definition. I mean minion as in the fucking shitty movies.
Right, they are going to.
They're going to be
take
the
over
minions.
Illumination's new
That's right.
minion-esque character.
Well,
Okay,
they're just going to be the minion-esque character for Mario Bros.
Right.
That's what it will be. They'll have different flavored Koopas, and that one they'll be stupid. I don't know. They'll just be set up that way. Goombas didn't even show up in it.
It's true.
We've had a lot of great Koopas over the year, like the Koopas that appear in the Paper Mario games. They're fantastic. They got all
True.
their-
You do
their
get
cool abilities.
Koopas as party members. You don't
You
get
wanted
any,
to say?
You don't get any Piranha Plants as party members.
Right. It's true.
Nobody shows up in there.
Okay, so I'm trying to imagine a big like Avengers Endgame battlefield, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the army of Koopas versus the army of Piranha Plants. I'm trying to decide who I think would win in that sort of fight.
Are we just talking normal ass Koopas and normal ass Piranha Plants?
I'm talking like if it's an army, we're talking like bits and pieces of both. There's like a few PD Piranhas.
Oh, well then
there's a
fucking
few
Koopas are going to
Lucky
win every
Twos.
time.
Koopas
They
easy.
got too many.
They've got a ton of utility.
They do. They're a very varied team.
I think I've got
want-
the deciding factor for
Okay.
these. I did
Let's
some
hear it.
research
Hear this
Oh, no.
theory.
on everybody in this bracket, so I'll bring you this stat out every time. Don't worry.
Okay.
So I went to go look at Piranha Plants. Surprisingly, very popular Rule 34 character.
Not surprising, but go on.
Is that
When
where
I-
each of these is going?
When I searched for them, I got over 1,400 results for Piranha
Oh
Plants.
no!
That was a lot more than I expected.
Yeah, same.
So that was quite a few. Koopas, though, Koopa's hard to decipher because the Bowser also goes by Koopa. Let me
Right.
tell you, there's a lot of fucking Bowser Rule 34.
Is that
out
why
there.
you knew the fact about the King Koopa is Bowser's Japanese name?
No, I already knew that already.
Yeah, that's
But-
just
Okay.
basic
I knew
gamer
that
fact.
threw off the Koopa Rule 34 stats. So my guess is that Koopas are over 2,000. Over 2,000, and the Piranha plants are about 1,400 something. On the most popular Rule 34 site that I could find that I searched. Results.
I'm gonna make you write an article after this with all of your facts so that we can embed.
So I found that out. Wait till you hear the numbers for the other ones.
Oh god, this is gonna be incredible.
So anyway, I think that is this a direct correlation of power level? Is it like, oh, it's over 2,000? Is that what we're going for here?
I don't know. I'm just saying it's information to consider.
Right. Popularity with a certain demographic.
Yeah. So is it good or bad to have more Rule 34 of you?
I think if we were to talk like the base Piranha plant Koopa, it would be Piranha plant. But the idea that you can have Hammer Bros, Boomerang Bros, Fire Bros, Paracoopas, like the whole
orgy, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just picturing that Brazzers image that people meme, and it's just a different kind of Koopas.
I think it's gonna have to be Koopa.
This conversation is so cursed.
You're right. Those Hammer Bros.
So hard
there's
I'm
probably
take my sweatshirt off.
You see, it was just that Andrew was doing his research, still trying to find that Warcraft 3 porn image. They're just like, let's see what else is on this website.
that would be a great Christmas present if someone could find that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hammer Bros. There's got to be some like porn duo called that, right?
Probably, yeah. I don't want to find out, but probably, yeah.
Well, anyway.
So
here's I'm gonna have to be pretty rough on the rating from an age level when I submit this to YouTube.
Yeah, you need to be like 40 to listen to this podcast. So here's a question for you guys: do you think just basic Piranha plant, basic Koopa, if Piranha plant's about to bite and Koopa gets in his shell, does the Piranha plant break the shell?
It's like some immovable spear bullshit.
Yes.
I mean, as a plant, it's not like it has the same jaw strength as an alligator that can snap a turtle shell.
I'm thinking, isn't the turtle shell often used to kill piranha plants and stuff in Mario's? Like kicking the shell at it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck.
So is the winner here a Koopa?
The winner, I mean...
Well,
I'm going to vote for Koopa.
My vote is Koopa.
For more facts.
On a rut.
I feel bad, but it's got to be Koopa, right? Piranha plant cut up a good fight, but you know when you go up against like this is like Duke when you're if we're talking March Madness bracket, it's kind of hard.
So that's the end.
That's a relatable analogy.
That's right. Duke or Kansas is Koopa.
Well, with that all said and done, the Koopa moves on. Piranha plant, valiant effort. We're sorry, Petey, but we're giving it to the Koopas. We're giving it to Locky 2. Next round. Yeah, we're giving it to Locky 2 and his friends. Next round, Goombas versus Shy Guys.
So this is David versus Goliath.
A little bit.
Which one's David and which one's Goliath?
Yeah, I guess that's a really shit analogy because I think the Goliath's gonna win. The Goomba is such a clear shot.
Classic.
For this. It has all of the variants. It has as many, if not more, variants than Koopas. You can stack Goombas.
Yes, and make a tower of Goombas. And if the top one has wings, it can fly with all of them.
Yeah. And
it's pretty powerful.
The Shy Guy is just kind of a Shy Guy. The only variant Shy Guy I can think of is like the island Shy Guys from Paper Mario that just, threw spears.
That's true.
See, so normally I wanted to approach all these rounds by kind of fighting for both, or at least laying out my facts for both, because I've split it up into like each character and then pros and cons. Shy Guy. So one of my cons for him, and this is for no one else, I just wrote generally lame. Because they're kind of lame.
How dare you?
I mean,
that's great.
I'll throw this out there. Shy Guys have 4 Mario Party boards. Goombas
That's
have
right.
2.
They can be. You can. Goombas aren't. You can play as Goomba in one Mario Party game. Shy Guys in all kinds of Mario Party games.
Yeah.
Shy Guys in Mario Kart. Goomba fucking not.
Goombas
The
aren't a
important
Mario
part
Kart.
of
Yeah, that's. I know. I remember Shy Guy vividly from Mario Kart DS, because if only one of the people had a copy of Mario Kart for the DS, you could connect 7 other
Yeah,
people.
it's pretty
They
rad.
could download the maps, but they were all forced to play as Shy Guy. Shy Guy
Beautiful.
enabled what is probably one of the best like multiplayer DS experiences.
There you go. Another plus for Shy Guy.
And Shy Guy, what's under the mask, right? That's a question that's always been kind of toyed about throughout the series.
What is he hiding?
Well, that's the thing.
I've got a couple thousand images I can tell you about that show you what's under that mask.
So Shy Guy's at a couple thousand.
It's got 2,200 in the results.
Okay. And then can
But
we
is
guess
that more than Koopas?
Well,
No, I'd say Koopas are probably more. It's hard to guesstimate because Koopas,
the Bowser dilution.
Yeah.
Now, for the rest of
probably ruined it more.
for the rest of this show, can we guess the rest of the Rule 34?
Why would you? Yeah. So if Shy Guys are at 2,200,
Goombas.
what do you think Goombas are at? Goombas are pretty popular minion.
What I will also say is that there have been multiple prominent female Goombas.
It's true.
As side characters in games and party members and stuff.
4,000.
Goombella in there.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
I'm gonna say
2,800.
3,500.
You guys are way off. It's only 1,200.
Wow. Wow.
Not many Goombas out there.
The one that looks like a mushroom.
They're not fun guys.
Not a lot of people. Not a lot of people want to fuck Goombas.
Unfortunately.
Another tidbit: Goombas have a cat form. Shy Guys don't. That's for Stretch.
That's
as
true.
The cat lover at this point.
They do have cat forms.
Well, one of the things that Goombas
and I know for some people that's
them
important. Razor cat ears.
Goombas are the very first enemy you see in Super Mario Bros. They're the very first thing you come across.
They're the first enemy you kill.
True. Well, if you decided to kill them, yes.
Yeah.
How about this? Are Shy Guys really even Mario enemies? What's the first game that Shy Guy appeared in?
I was hiding that information. I knew this.
Okay, is it? Did they first appear in?
They did in Doki Doki Panic.
Yeah, in Doki Doki Panic. So they're not even technically.
Which turned into.
So we're gonna disqualify them on a technicality.
No, Super Mario Bros. 2 did come out, and they were in that.
Yes.
So Rut, you may not be aware, but Super Mario Bros. 2 was a Mario reskin of a Japanese game called Yume Kojo Doki Doki Panic. That they just substituted the main character, like the main 4 characters, with Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad.
Huh.
So, yeah, it's the same. Like that's Birdo's first appearance as well.
Lots of first appearances in there.
Yeah, so that is.
You know who else is a classic? You're gonna have to get rid of fucking Bob-ombs if you don't want them in here either.
Are Bob-ombs?
Really?
They came from there first.
Okay.
So if you want to be throwing that out there.
So I want to throw out this radical fact I found out too. Is apparently in Paper Mario Color Splash, there's a scene where a Shy Guy is talking to Mario and tells Mario, "Oh, you'd make a bad Shy Guy because you have a face." Does that mean under the mask
there's no face?
There's nothing
there. It's like a Junji Ito-esque horrific visage.
Yes, like Uzumaki spiral, blood, gore, viscera. Like I don't know what's under the mask, but whatever it is.
Doesn't the mouth hole move though sometimes when they're talking?
It sometimes
or is
when
it
they
always
sleep.
Static?
Sometimes when they sleep, the eyes close on the mask.
Yeah.
So it's a little ambiguous.
Is it a mask?
It's a good question. But he does take off the mask sometimes. I think there's a Luigi's Mansion game where he takes off the mask and we don't see what the face is. But when Luigi sees it, he's fucking scared. Granted, he's fucking scared of Goombas, but
he's scared of everything.
Maybe that's why they're Shy Guys.
His own shadow.
Yeah.
Let's not count that.
Okay.
Oh, I think have Shy Guys somehow become a bit of a wild card? What's up with that?
Great.
A bit of a
I guess
wild card.
we need to spend some more time talking about Goombas.
Okay. Well, can I pull out my Goomba wildcard then?
Yes.
Okay. We've been considering every species, subsets of species for these things. The Goombas from the 1993 Mario film are fucking huge. They are so
terrifying.
strong. They are so much bigger than Bob Hoskins and Leguizamo. Like huge dudes.
They're like people that definitely took steroids so much that their head shrunk so small.
Yes.
But they're fucking idiots. Is also that you can play elevator music and distract them by swaying them side by side.
Yes, but even normal Goombas are pretty dumb too. So I don't think they're any dumber by being bigger. They're just huge.
Yeah, my notes, I mentioned that too. They show up in the original movie, though they're pretty fucked up. That's what I wrote. They're a pretty fucked up version of them. They're like little lizard dudes. They look like little lizards, like lizardy skins.
Okay, but so by the transitive property of mathematics and stupidity,
yes.
If there's a tower of Goombas and the top Goomba has wings, they can theoretically carry all the Goombas below. Now, if it's a one-winged Goomba, not Sephiroth, like it's one winged Goomba, and then underneath him is a big swole Goomba. Theoretically, they can dive bomb and paratroop in these fucking huge dudes.
Well, there's also just like giant Goombas. They're like a bunch of Goomba, like they're huge.
Yeah, big Goomba.
There's
3 Goombas in a trench coat.
Yes.
There's one issue. One has arms and one doesn't.
It's true.
Goomba has
so they literally can't go through doors by themselves.
Well, that's why they're not a driver in Mario Kart.
Yeah. They can't just bite the wheel.
That's why they're not in Mario Golf either.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder if Goombas did have tiny arms, how much more we would see them in all of the spin-offs.
It would be fucking horrifying if they had arms.
Yeah, I think part of it's their cute factor. Like they're trying to be evil, but they're just cute little guys.
Yeah.
Adorably dumb.
Mm-hmm. Are we at we at the voting period?
Yeah, I think we're at voting.
Let's figure out where we're at before we argue more.
All right.
I'm still Shy Guy.
You're Shy
I'm gonna vote Goomba.
Rhett?
Shy Guy.
Oh, fuck, I'm Goombas.
So we got to convince somebody to change it. Change their mind.
I've got something that I can flip if we need to have a random tiebreak.
You were No, we don't need to flip something. I thought you had a fact you were withholding.
I figured you'd throw like a D20, not roll or not flip something.
Well, a D20 wouldn't really be fucking helpful when you have 2 decisions, right?
Well,
it's got to be above or below 11.
Odds and
fine. Let me grab my emergency D20 out of my pocket.
Don't say it like you
always
don't
have that
one.
thing
Don't
on
say
you.
it.
Where is the closest D20 to a person? Right?
You guys don't have D20s?
Here's my thing. I just can't get over the idea of just an army of big fucking football dudes tackling Shy Guys into oblivion. Like that's where my head goes.
Wait, we're not talking about them.
Charging Chuck?
That's a different enemy, yeah.
We're talking Goombas. Goombas. Yeah. Huge football-sized mountains of muscle meat.
Not a football guy, but as in the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm lost.
I was talking the huge Goombas from the movie, the 1993 movie with Bob Hoskins. I just see those dudes fucking wrecking Shy Guys, like punting them across a battlefield.
It could be. But maybe they'd make friends with them or something. They're stupid. They wouldn't see them as an enemy.
The Shy Guys trick them with elevator music.
That's right. Shy Guys are crafty. They always got their music.
Because they have arms and can turn on the elevator music.
They're smart enough to know to hide.
Hey,
Rutt,
how many times have you used your arms to turn on elevator music?
Yeah.
You realize how stupid that sounded, right?
He's going to do it right now.
Yeah.
Get your phone.
Oh, wait. You guys hear that?
I'm trying to think, like, what other forms of Goomba are there? We've seen the giant Goombas that eat the massive mushrooms. The Goombas have
those fucked up apple Goombas from Mario World.
Yeah.
You have Goombas that can't be stomped on with the metal hats, the spiky hats.
Yeah, they're spiky.
They're basically invincible.
That's
Yeah.
true. Got
Hail
that.
Goombas.
And Paper Mario's got a bunch of good Goombas. They're the first party member in both.
Yeah.
Paper Mario. Goombario, who just wants to be just like Mario.
Yeah.
He looks up to him.
Goombella.
Yep.
Professor Goomba, whatever his name is.
Professor Goomba is his name now.
Yeah, Senor Goomba. I think
There is a type of Shy Guy that's weak to Goombas too.
What?
How are you specifically weak to Goombas?
Yeah, what the hell does that mean?
I don't know. That's what it says. In Bowser Jr.'s journey, they appear as range troopers, and their special skill remains the same.
What is Bowser Jr.'s journey?
I have no idea, but I'm reading this and it's weird.
Bro, what is
So there's 4 kinds. There's red that has more power, blue has better speed, yellow is weak to Goombas.
Are you talking about Pac-Man now?
Weak to Koopa Troopas.
Oh, Bowser's Jr. Journey is the additional mode that they added.
Yeah, that was in
to the remake of Bowser's Inside Story.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. When I think of Shy Guys, I think of them as pretty harmless. I don't really think of them as enemies anymore. I think of them more as like NPCs at a shop or Mario Party NPCs.
They're roadies. They're the roadies of the Mario universe.
They do roll around like the cannons and bullet bills and stuff. Like they shoot them out and stuff like that too. They do that. They do a lot of the grunt work.
Right, but then is that the bullet bill doing the fighting, or is that the Shy Guy?
Is it the soldier firing the gun, or is it the fucking gun?
We're like 2 steps away from political arguments.
I don't know. All I'd say, Shy Guys are DTF, man. So,
I mean, by their name, you would expect them to not be, or they're into really freaky shit.
It's that Nintendo really leaned into the stereotype, the quiet guys. Into some
How about
weird,
this?
wacky shit.
Goombas will never be out of commission on laundry day.
Because they don't wear clothes. They're nudists.
Yep.
True.
Yeah.
And how does that give them an edge in battle?
Because when Bowser calls up like, yes, all of the peons fucking go, Goombas are ready to roll. They're like, fuck yeah, like I'll hop out of bed. I'll use my non-existent hands to
Are they
take
wearing
the shoe
shoes?
Off. It does kind of look like it, but they're slip-ons. They're
okay. They're just part of the anatomy.
How convenient. Yeah. Well, I guess they'd have to be with them, wouldn't they?
Loafers.
Yep.
And also they put them
have
on
laces.
Yeah, they can't put anything on. That's the thing. Like Shy Guys are so they have so much utility. They can be your normal basic bitch enemies like Goombas that don't do anything, but they can also move shit around. They have hands. They can fire guns at you. They can do whatever. Fireball bills towards you.
When I imagine a Goomba army, anything besides the swole Goombas are fodder, right?
Yes.
Like the swole Goombas are the only MVP. Everything else is kind of
all Shy Guys would have to get their hands on one Koopa shell, and that's like 50 Goombas dead. Just fucking chuck a shell, and they're done.
Yeah, that's true.
One Bob-omb, and there's 100 Goombas fucking dead.
I'm changing.
I was gonna say. I'm still voting for Goomba, but it sounds like Shy Guy has the victory here.
The Shy Guy wins. It's a 3v1. The
Shy
Goomba
Guy
has fallen, and we're moving.
Is this going to be like one of those like competition game shows and stuff where it's like, oh my god, late in the last round, Goomba is back, and he's somehow holding a metal chair.
Bracket.
Wow.
Oh wow, that's an upset. That is a first round upset.
That is
I was
a big
looking
one.
at this bracket before we started and thinking, Shy Guy's fucked.
Yeah, it seemed pretty obvious. Like it seemed if I were to guess before, it would have been Koopa versus Goomba in the finals. Would have been that.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I guess people can be wrong.
And Stretch, according to Otten, the Shy Guy does fuck.
That's right.
So
I cannot believe that is empirical data that we're using. Incredible.
All right, next on the bracket, Bob-omb versus Bullet Bill. Okay, so is it like
artillery round?
Is it 1,500 for Bob-omb? That's my vote. That's my guess.
No.
I'm gonna go
Let's say
1800.
I will
600.
before you guys say any more. I guess I'll let you guess again. They're both very unpopular. Rule 34
20,
individuals, not that unpopular. But
600.
22.
I say it's pretty comparable.
That's weird to me because like there's a canonically like female,
There
pretty
is.
bombette.
There's the
And
pink bomb.
yeah.
There's only 800. There's only about 200 that I saw for Bob-omb.
Wow.
And only about 150 for Bullet Bill.
Oh, so
Which I find is funny for
even.
Bullet Bill because like the whole point of bullets is that they penetrate things. So these Rule 34
Yeah, he
artists
looks like a dildo.
gotta get going.
When bullets penetrate people, I don't think of it in anything remotely sexual kind of way.
No, but
It's
I mean,
it's
I'm
a
just saying
different
that's its
kind of-
primary purpose.
Yeah.
So you're telling me there's not like some Bullet Bill dildo out there? Come on, that's
Oh man.
That's not something I want in my search history, but I bet it's out
no.
there.
Let's look.
So I'll tell you what's really interesting
got
about
the
this
internet.
bracket, the Bob-omb versus the Bullet Bill, is that the usefulness of both of these enemies is when they kill themselves.
I regret that search.
As opposed to the ones before?
Well, this one must be really
Actually,
bad.
it's not. It was just the one. There was one image that I was like, boy, anytime. I don't know. Bowser Rule 34 is really upsetting.
Yeah, pretty much all of these Rule 34 are pretty upsetting.
Nah, they're all right. The Bowser one, for some reason, stands out.
Okay, so I want to dispute your point, Stretch, because I don't think the Bullet Bill needs to die to kill. It's more when it dies, it stops being able to kill, right? Because it just kind of keeps going, and then when it hits you, you die, right? But with the
Right, but it
bomb,
dies as well.
not when it hits you. When it hits you, you die, and it keeps going, right?
I guess
The
we
bomb,
don't.
it
We
blows
don't
up.
know all the time what happens after the do 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 do.
Yeah, it's true. Time just
I
stops.
guess he could just run you over for the most part too.
Yeah. And I'm bringing in the Mario Kart argument here. Bullet Bill is one of the strongest items in Mario
Yes,
Kart. And Bullet Bill
Oh, I don't
knows
think
how
that
to
I've ever
make it.
used it in Mario Kart before.
Oh, because you're so good, right? But
Yeah.
in Mario Kart, if you use it, you make a big comeback. And that makes Bullet Bill kind of the underdog here. Huge
I mean,
comebacks.
Bob-omb is also an incredibly powerful Mario Kart
Pretty
item.
good. It's pretty
If
good.
you're like the
It's good.
lob ahead makes a huge range of explosion, and if you manage to get ahead, dropping it behind you is such like a
Power
fuck
move.
you to the people trying to trail you.
Mm-hmm.
That
They,
shockwave is brutal.
You know,
Yeah.
Bob-ombs do have variety where Bullet Bills don't have a ton of variety. Bob-omb, they've got King Bob-omb for bombs.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, but Bullet Bills have what? Torpedo Ted and Bonsai Bills.
Yeah. Not a lot, though.
That's it, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the fact
Very
that there's a
situational.
King Bob-omb means that Bob-omb society has somehow accelerated to the point where they have a regency.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
They're that advanced. And Bullet Bills, who knows what the fuck they are up to? Who knows if they're even sentient?
Now, here's something I'd like to put forward. Bob-ombs are very clumsy and very slow.
True.
I can't think of the last time I played Mario 64 and got hit by Bob-omb because they're so easy to dodge. They just kind of meander, shamble
You're just
towards you.
constantly getting hit by Bullet Bills.
No, not that either. But I mean, Bullet Bills are pretty like straightforward. I guess they home in on you, right? But
They do. Bullet Bills
Yeah.
also, since Mario's a platforming game, provide a platform often,
it's true.
which
You
is very
step on
important.
Mm-hmm.
In
I mean,
Mario game.
Bob-ombs, you
important?
can hit him, pick him up, and throw him at walls and secrets and stuff.
It's
And,
true.
and
My
opens it
counterpoint
up.
was going to be, but Bob-ombs can blow shit up. So
Yeah.
that's pretty
here's
rad.
a question: can Bob-ombs throw each other? Can one Bob-omb pick up another
They have
Bob-omb?
arms.
At least King
why not?
Bob-omb can do it.
King
King
Bob-omb
Bob-omb's like in all kinds of shit, dude.
Yeah.
Top of the castle, just lobbing his minions.
So you can play as King Bob-omb in Mario Golf. Is there a Bullet Bill in any Mario sports games? And fucking no, I don't think so.
imagine Bullet Bill trying to play golf.
He just hits the ball. He's just like
Yeah, it shoots itself right into the ball.
Yeah.
If we're to use such a valuable source of information as we have used in the past to defeat my dear Goombas, you know who beat King Koopa in the live action Super Mario Bros. Movie? It wasn't Mario. It wasn't Luigi. It was a Bob-omb. It was a Bob-omb that walked all the way up some sticky goop and then walked completely upside down somehow on metal frame, got directly underneath King Koopa and exploded, making him fall and entirely saving the Koopa kingdom as it was returned to its previous like beautiful form, and Princess Daisy could retake her throne. Fuck, it saved the king.
It does have a pretty baller thing where it could say it killed Bowser at some point, King Koopa. No
That's
other minion
true.
can claim that.
Yeah. And Bob-ombs are kind of funny. Like in the games where they talk, they're pretty funny.
Was that in the movie though? I don't remember it well enough. Is it a being or is it like a wind up toy?
No, it's a tiny wind up toy. It's about 2 inches tall.
So is it really a Bob-omb then, or is it a representation of one?
Is it a trinket?
It's not. There's no sentience behind it. There's no decision making. We've already established. You have already established. Might I remind you that they have a pretty complex society with a regency, sir.
That's in some media, because I would also argue that there's some media where Goomba are incredibly smart, and then there's other ones where they're just shambling mushrooms.
Yeah, dumb foot soldiers.
But in all of them, they're their own beings. They're not some toy.
That's true.
Okay, here's a question. What's the only way to stop a bullet bill?
Very easily walking to the side of it or jumping over it.
But you're not stopping it. It's still going.
Yes, and it'll turn around and be persistent. What's the only way to
stop
They will
time out and explode.
That's right. They do also explode.
Do they? I thought they didn't explode.
Yeah.
They just kind of
the ones that track you do. The ones that just go in a straight line, they just go forever.
Right.
And the bombs just get pissed, run at you, and then blow themselves up.
They're the bee of the Mario world, which is ironic because there's also bees, but they will sting you and not die.
So yeah, here's a question too. If the only way for a Bob-omb to kill another creature is to itself die, does it really win? Hardcore. Well, does it really win?
Well, they just take the Russian approach to warfare. Throw as many
it's just a
people at it
trade
as possible.
Yeah,
you just sacrifice as many people as you can, and then you win.
Right,
you get some double kills.
It's not working, in Ukraine right now, but historically that worked for Russia.
But I don't know. I feel like if it's a 1-to-1, right, and if a Bob-omb wins, I feel like it still also loses.
But its complex society continues. Yes.
Yeah.
The complex society that it has continues. Its sacrifice is not in vain.
Right. The king will never die as long as he has minions to die for him.
Exactly.
Okay.
Bullet bills are just, bullets. They don't do anything.
Right. I think it's also fair to point out, right, that bonsai, we've mentioned and spoken of bonsai build, big bullet bill. We've never once referred to it as a king or a leader in some way.
No.
We don't recognize them, nor do we give them the honor.
It's just a bullet bill with a pituitary issue. That's all it is.
Exactly.
You might
they're
be
not
on the council of large Mario enemies, but we do not award you the title of king.
Yes,
that's right.
They're not called king bullet bills.
Guys, I think I might need to swap my vote. There is also a cat bonsai bill. It is a bonsai bill that has cat ears.
I don't think that. I don't know if that's enough for me.
That's pretty big. That's pretty big.
It's a big,
pretty big new information. That is some new information to consider. You're right. We shouldn't discount it completely.
I'm discounting it almost completely. I think let's get down to a vote here. My vote is the Bob-ombs.
I too am Bob-ombs.
Bob-ombs.
Bob-ombs. Wow, unanimous Bob-omb victory.
So we got Koopa versus Bob-omb coming up shortly.
We do. But first, we need to settle one more here. We need to settle Chomps versus Thwomps.
So in a fight, neither of them could do fuck all because they are both pretty stationary.
Pretty stationary.
Yes. So this is going to be an interesting one, right? Because Thwomps can really only go like along one axis of direction, right? They either go up and down or left and right. Usually. I think in my notes for Thwomps, I just wrote gravity is strong.
Strong.
Yeah.
Well, we do know that there's also the is that a Thwomp?
Well, yeah. So there's Thwomps, which can walk around. Thwomps are stationary. Well, not stationary, but
I feel like we got those can bundle together, right?
Yeah,
those
we got to include the Thwomps. Yes,
Thwomps are in there, but it count. I mean, Thwomps best sound effect in Mario. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, it's the best, right?
Yeah, that's true. But is that their battle cry? Is that how they win in a fight?
It doesn't matter. It's just the best.
So, Thwomps have a Thwomp king.
Right.
So
king.
again,
that was big in the Bob-ombs round.
Consider the Regency.
Right. Okay. So here's a question for you. Here's a legitimate question for you. It's a durability one. Chain Chomp. Let's say it doesn't move. 100% stationary. Like the Thwomp can for sure hit it. If the Thwomp lands on a Chain Chomp, does the Thwomp break?
I feel like it would eventually. Can you destroy a Chain Chomp? They just go away.
Sometimes they can break their chain, I thought.
They do. The chain will break, but that's not. Is the chain part of the Chain Chomp? I guess it is in the name. Are they just a chomp?
Right, but it's still the head of it, right? Will the head die?
Yeah.
Can the head be broken by a Thwomp?
I've never seen a broken Chain Chomp head.
Do you think Mario is too PG for us to see a broken Chain Chomp head?
Oh shit! Do we need to guess the Rule 34?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Chain. They've got to be.
It's going to surprise you. It's going to surprise you.
I think the change. No, I think the Thwomp has more.
In case you didn't know, Chain Chomps were inspired by Miyamoto's childhood experience when a dog lunged towards him and almost bit him, but was tethered by a chain stopping it.
Oh, that's fun. I love childhood trauma in my video games.
Well, some people get a rush when they're scared, and they really like that. Just saying.
Yeah, because when I'm picking a game to get a rush, like a horror rush from,
it's Mario.
I was referring to a sexual rush, but Rule 34.
No, same.
Anyway,
I think Chain Chomp's gonna have like 50.
The least popular. It's close to least popular was the Thwomp at 95.
Shame.
But the Chain Chomp over 500.
Oh, what? Wow! Power
lots of Chain Chomp Rule 34. Surprising results, I know.
That's weird.
Well, there's all kinds of stuff you could do. I mean, you got a chain there. People like to be choked. There's all kinds of crazy shit.
That's true. And some people like sharp teeth.
Yeah, be like being scared.
Yeah, I think that's where it kind of boils down to for me. It was like I look at the Thwomp, it can walk around, so it has a higher chance of like falling face first into the Chain Chomp. But I feel like once it does that, it just crumbles.
Yeah, well, I think it can, like we were talking about earlier, Mario can defeat a Thwomp.
Can't defeat
the Chain Chomp.
Well,
in any of its forms.
If we're going with that, can Mario beat a Thwomp?
If he's got the star.
Yeah.
You can do that with the Chain Chomp too, I guess, but.
Addressing the Bow Wow in the room.
The Bow what?
Chain Chomp is also technically not a first Mario enemy.
What do you mean? Well, it came out in wait, what do you mean? First Mario enemy.
Like an enemy originally in a Mario game. Same with like how Shy Guys were Doki Doki.
Okay, but Shy Guy still won.
Yeah, but it's still important information.
Yeah, fair.
Chain Chomps are in Legend of Zelda.
Well, they were in Zelda 2, right? Or no?
Link to the Past was when they first showed up. So even Link
to the Past,
the hero of time, the hero of
you mean the game that came out 3 years after Super Mario Bros. 3, where the Chain Chomps were introduced? That game? They came out Super Mario Bros. 3. Same with Thwomps. 88, buddy.
88.
I'm gonna have to do some digging then.
Chain Chomps, yeah, they both came out in Super Mario Bros. 3.
I think the Chain Chomp is very powerful.
Chain Chomps are good boys, okay?
Well, they're good. They're good, loyal.
Yes,
they're
good
very
boys.
good dogs. And I also think back to that argument I was positing earlier in round 1. So this might be a little possible preview of what we're going to talk about later. Yeah. But when a Piranha plant bites a shelled Koopa, I don't see the Piranha plant winning. When a Chain Chomp bites a shelled Koopa, that is turtle soup. That is a dead fucking Koopa.
That is a chopped in half turtle.
True.
Yeah.
That is viscera everywhere. Imagine that just running down the sleek surface of the Chain Chomp.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all dried bits.
I don't know why there isn't like dried crusty blood on all the Chain Chomps.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another thing to consider. Chain Chomp shows up in Mario Tennis as a playable character.
That's true. It's off the leash.
That's big.
I got that.
That's big.
Oh, shit.
That's a big one.
Thwomps don't.
No, Thwomps are just mindless. Although they do apparently have a regency. That's very important. It was very important in the Bob-omb round. We have to consider it here. Is there a king Chain Chomp or queen?
I don't think so, but there is. There's one Chain Chomp who's like the minion of that one bunny enemy in Odyssey, the bunny lady. She has like a pet Chain Chomp.
It's true.
So maybe they don't like to be
mad
king.
and brutal.
Yeah.
One of the. Go ahead.
To go along with Otten's empirical data, there is a Chain Chomp called a King Clink.
King Clink.
Oh yes.
King Clink.
One of the coolest weapons in Super Mario RPG when you have Bowser in your party is he just has a Chain Chomp that he fucking whips around and throws at someone, and the Chain Chomp just starts biting into him. It's fucking rad. It's one of the coolest items in it. Doesn't throw a thwomp at people.
I just think that the lack of versatility for the Thwomp and Womp
that really hurts them.
Yeah, are really hurting them.
They're one-dimensional.
I have to run past you in a timed way.
yeah, because I think with Thwomps, right, they only have like that one impact, right? The underneath and when they come down on you, right? With Chain Chomps,
stand on top of them.
Yeah, with Chain Chomps, you can like maneuver around, like they can maneuver around and then fucking.
Another thing to consider, you can use Thwomps also as part of a platform, which is a big part of the series. You can jump off them,
but not Chain Chomps.
No, Chain Chomps just fuck you up.
You can jump on Chain Chomps. You got to do the spin jump though.
You got to do that with the Thwomp too. I know you can do that with Chain Chomp.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do it with Chain Chomps either.
That just means that it's a moot point for them, and then we just don't need to discuss.
True.
Jumping on them.
I just think we should really, a big thing that should weigh a lot on it is the Thwomp does have the best sound effect in Mario. Yeah.
Yeah, but the chain chomp sounds literally like a dog.
It does.
So that's also a pretty good sound
Uninspired,
effect.
You're right. It's nothing.
But it's a very good sound effect.
Is there a Chain Chomp with cat ears?
Oh no.
The real questions.
Didn't see one.
Oh.
So no, there is not, but there are people who sell Chain Chomp cat beds, which is also adorable. Excuse me for a moment. I'm going to go put my credit card information into an Etsy page.
Hey, can you read out the credit card information real quick just for us?
Sure. 555
5555.
My vote here is Chain Chomp. I think
I'm
that's
going to
what
go
I'm
Chain
leaning
Chomp too.
Chain Chomp.
Thwomp's got a lot going for it, but it's Chain Chomp.
It's the Chain Chomp.
Thwomp's classic.
It does not have that versatility.
It doesn't.
Boy, we're down to the final four.
We are down to the final.
What a surprising list! Who would have guessed this?
Yeah. So to recap to our audio only listeners, the first round of the final four is Koopas versus Bob-ombs, and the second round is Shy Guys versus Chain Chomps.
Yeah.
See, I feel like Chain Chomp had a pretty strong first round, but But now that everyone has freedom of movement except for Chain Chomp, I think that's going to really negatively impact his performance.
I think Chain Chomp got off on like the
rough.
lucky. It was the
It
perfect.
was very
end.
lucky.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a lucky first round seed.
Yeah. Thwomp was definitely the 8th seed coming in.
Yes. So Koopas v Bob-ombs. All right, so I feel like we've already litigated quite a few of the pros and cons of a lot of these. So I think we can just get right down to.
We've now got to discuss the interactability between them.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
And
One
who's
can
got,
get-
who's
one
got
can
the
yeet-
better?
Listen, one
oh,
can
well.
yeet and one can get yeeted.
hmm Thank you, Zoomer.
Duality.
What?
Yeah, Koopas.
bro, did you just post cringe on me?
I think yeah,
Little bit.
Koopas can throw Bob-ombs. Yeah, for sure.
It's true.
It's true.
But counterpoint, Bob-ombs can just blow them the fuck up.
After a
they have
time
a-
period.
They have a fuse. It's like grenades in Call of Duty, right? You have a time
I
period.
will
You can
say,
throw it away.
when you had your salty sea captain Bob-omb partner in Paper Mario,
Yeah.
you had the ability to set how long his timer
It's
would
true.
be based on attack. So that indicates that a Bob-omb does in fact have the ability to lengthen or shorten its fuse.
Who has the better regency? King Koopa or King Bob-omb?
Oh, that's got to be King Koopa.
That's
Why?
already
Why is it gotta be
It's
Koopa?
literally Bowser.
Because
He's a
King
constant
Bob-omb
failure.
works under King Koopa.
Constant
but
failure.
there's-
But
there's- There's stability within the Bob-omb world.
to
But
use
he's
You're
your
talking
lasted
about
for as long
boss
as
of
he
the
has.
first world and boss of the game.
Yeah,
we're
and
talking
also
now.
to use your measurement, how much Rule 34 is there of King Bob-omb and how much is there of Bowser?
There's a lot of Bowser.
Yes.
But that's
Also,
just
bear
'cause
in mind the
Scaly's
term
exist.
of regency.
Well, we don't know how long that is.
Well, Bowser's been a king for way
Bowser's
longer.
been since day one.
Forever. Yeah, but
And
where's that got him? Fucking nothing.
I didn't think we would loop in Bowser here because I feel like Bowser is just like OP, but like he blows fire on the King Bob-omb and then King Bob-omb blows up. And
We're not, what kind of juveniles are we to we got to discuss
My dad can beat up your
policies.
dad.
Yeah.
oh, okay, policy. All right.
This isn't about like who can beat up who. It's just who runs their kingdom better.
Oh, who has the better people?
Yeah.
Who keeps
who
the better
looks
Who
after
has
their
better
people
working
more.
conditions?
Bowser doesn't care about his people. He's constantly just using them to get what he wants, which he fails at routinely.
Yes.
Don't ever hear King Bob-omb do that.
That's because you don't ever hear of King Bob-omb.
Yeah, he
Oh,
gets
you mean so
fucking
he quietly is a servant of his people? You're correct.
well,
Doing
he
what
gets
they need.
stomped on by Mario, and then that's the end of his story.
He didn't get stomped on. He just gets slightly tossed around.
Yeah.
He's fine. Still, you know, you can play him in Mario Kart
Mm-hmm.
and other things. Just saying, the Regency's pretty strong with King Bob-omb there. He's been
Okay.
around.
Bob-omb
Bowser's
has
constantly up
shown up
to
in
shit.
a lot of games, surprisingly.
King
Yeah.
Bob-omb's around.
Okay. Hammer Bros. Throw the hammer right into some Bob-ombs. Do they blow up, or does it
Well, you
bounce
think
off
that
of
a
the
fire
bombs?
bro, for your argument, you'd want to
Yeah,
pick a
you
fire
want
bro
a
instead.
They blow
Yeah.
up. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you have an army of Bob-ombs or army of Koopas, who's gonna win?
I think the army of Bob-ombs. You chain enough of
Really?
them together, and then they just like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, it's kind of a
like,
high risk, high reward, right? Because the chain reaction could start within their own army.
Right.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, that's true. If they are an army themselves, all it takes is you light up one,
yeah,
and the
They all
rest
go.
go off.
tough to say.
And there's enough Koopas that sling fire. I'm just saying. I think Koopas have an edge here.
Fire.
So
Yeah.
But do you think
Koopas
that?
have
Do you
two
think that-
attacks:
What's that?
contact and kicking. Bob-ombs have one attack: exploding.
Well, they
But
can
pretty
kick.
fucking good attack. Do you
Yeah.
think King Bob-omb, who knows they're going to war with the Koopas, isn't going to have some kind of contingency to protect the fuses? Come on now, to when they can do it when they need it.
Okay, if we're getting into hypotheticals here. Have you ever seen in
If
a
we're
Mario
getting into
video
hypotheticals,
game?
where the fuck have you been? What are you talking about?
We've never seen them have something to protect their fuses. We've at least been talking about stuff we've seen in the games and movies and shit.
Yeah, well, who's going to be leading these armies? Obviously, King Bob-ombs going to lead the army.
Yeah.
He's a
What's he
smart
gonna do?
regent.
Put a crown over every
Protects
fuse?
his people. That's right. Or he's going to have something. I mean, heck, Goombas got little metal hats. Why can't the Bob-ombs have them?
I'm trying to see if I can find any like underwater variants of a Bob-omb. I have not been able to find it, but the
depth
Mario
charge
wiki,
bombs.
Fucking hell yeah, dude.
I mean, yeah, it would make sense that like there would be some kind of underwater Bob-omb, right? How have we never had an underwater Bob-omb?
I don't know.
That's so
Well, water
Nintendo.
levels already are
Call us.
rough.
Nintendo, get on it.
What,
What
like
are
a
the-
bomb with fins?
What are the underwater Koopas?
They drive submarines.
Yeah.
That's true. What underwater?
Then you have Bob-ombs that are depth charges.
Mm.
So now we're taking those
blowing my
battles.
mind right now.
There are flying Bob-ombs too. There's Bob-ombs with wings.
Yeah. And they're flying Koopas.
They could air raid them
They can
down.
drone strike.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here's another durability question. I'm gonna keep going back to the shell. But bomb's about to blow up. Turtle goes in shell. Does that kill the Koopa? Does the
there's no way
shell
that
survive?
shell's strong enough to survive an explosion.
I don't know.
I would reckon no.
I would think they don't. And at worst, they're getting just thrown the fuck far away.
Okay, well, but to bring in Mario Kart, someone throws a bomb behind them. It blows up. I have seen red shells go through that explosion. No, the red shells go through the explosion.
Oh, do they? Oh,
I think so.
Never mind.
I thought so.
Now I've got you second guessing.
Maybe I'm wrong. I've seen it though. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Yeah, there's a difference between going through an explosion and having an explosion happen on you. I could run through an explosion.
Yeah, you could run post explosion. You could run through it.
Because you're talking
If
like
this video gets
smoke.
10,000 likes, Otten will run through an explosion.
Speaking of the water Bob-ombs, there is one named Admiral Bobbery.
That's a good name.
I think that's
the
one from
Paper
1000
Mario
Paper Mario.
Yeah, he's fucking rad. He's an old sea captain.
Mhm.
I was about to say, well, I guess there are some pretty all right Koopa partners.
He's got a dark story.
Yeah. The Bobbery
Wow.
stuff's weird.
Wow.
Yeah,
Dude, Thousand Year Door. If you
Door's
have, for
great.
anyone listening, if you have not played Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, go and play it. It's so
play
fucking
the
good.
first two, particularly Thousand Year Door is really good.
Yeah.
That's when they were allowed to be like fun with it, and then after that they're like, no more. Like you're not giving Goombas a personality and Koopas a personality anymore. Like they got to just be our regular variants. It's like, oh, so less fun.
In
Yeah, the third
Origami
one
King,
really sucked.
in the Origami King, they give the Bob-omb at least some personality. He's a lot of fun. Bobby,
Yeah.
the Bob-omb.
They changed so much. Paper Mario went, yeah. The first two are great. The rest are kind of
Yeah, that's the exact same thing I'd say about that Mario and Luigi series as well.
It's too bad. Anyway, Bob-omb,
The bombs and Koopas.
Bob-ombs all the way.
You're
I
voting
think I'm gonna
Bob-ombs.
vote
Bob-omb,
Koopa.
Bob-omb, Bob-omb.
Ooh,
I vote
Koopa.
Koopa.
I think I'm leaning Koopas. They have a lot of utility to get around bombs.
You
It's
bandwagon pieces of shit. You guys are all Tom Brady fans too, aren't you?
One explosion. I don't even know who that is. No, I do, but
Tom Brady is the only worthwhile person on that team.
I'm leaving. That's too far. That's too far. Listen,
no more
it's
jokes.
all fun and games, but come on, man. What the fuck?
Otten's about to reach through the power of the internet
This
and
is
strangle
too
me.
much.
hmm So I think
His
it's
tight end wouldn't be able to catch balls without him. So
all right. That's it's going to the Koopas. Yeah,
yep.
that's where the votes are
I
laying.
can't believe this.
The Koopas have made it
Can't
in
believe this.
to the grand finals.
You guys are the ones that were rooting for the Patriots every year, weren't you?
Hell no. I'm a Colts fan.
You suddenly became Bulls fans in the 90s.
Only because I've always lived in a state that didn't have a team. So
I have
Unless
not
you count
lived in this
college
country for a decade yet. I didn't vote for. I didn't root for anyone in the 90s.
All right, so that's Koopas in the final round, and now Shy Guy versus Chain Chomp.
Can I have like one final word for Goomba? Because like, fuck.
For Goombas?
Yeah, what the fuck is this pairing? How the hell did a Shy Guy and a Chain Chomp get to the semifinal?
Well,
hey, sometimes seeding works out that way.
yeah,
You know?
it's the way it is.
Somebody doesn't watch March Madness.
Shit happens.
Is that an anime or?
Hey, Shy Guy did really good in the regular season, man. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and Shy Guy's gonna continue to go well because Shy Guy is a Shy Guy, and the other one is a literal ball and chain stuck in the ground.
Mhm.
What was your last thing for Goombas? If it's good enough, maybe we consider a change in result.
That it's not a Shy Guy.
We've made
It's
our
a fucking
decisions.
Goomba,
We're not
first enemy, like the number one enemy.
We
That
do
doesn't
not
make
go
any
back.
good enemy.
Doesn't make it good.
Yeah. No, we're
The first
always
fucking
correct.
thing you fight in RPGs is a
My
rat
guy's
all
not
the
even
time.
from Mario. Come on, who's imposter on the throne?
Yeah, this is the Stretch would be arguing for fucking rats in Skyrim as being the number one enemy.
No, it's mud
For
crabs.
Oblivion.
Fuck you.
Because mud crabs are the first enemy, right?
That's
But
right.
wait.
First
Don't
is
fuck
best.
So I'm looking at a Shy Guy. I'm looking at a Chain Chomp. So I feel like when a Chain Chomp bites a Shy Guy, that's game over, right? Like for sure,
for
the Shy
sure.
Guy has
But they're
no
crafty
way out
enough
of
to
it.
not be bitten by it.
Exactly. It's the thing. Like, I can't imagine how often a Chain Chomp will be able to bite a Shy Guy.
Something
Pretty
is
much.
happening. Chain Chomps are good boys, though.
They are.
They're
Oh,
buddies. Shy Guys and Chain
Notoriously
Chomps are
not good
boys.
boys.
Hold
They
on.
Not
will
towards
lunge
Mario,
and
because
bite
Mario
you.
is trying to fight their owners.
Here is a question: can a Shy Guy tame a Chain Chomp?
I mean, if
They gotta
our
be able to.
criteria for battle
With enough
is
training,
what if
yes.
they were friends, then it's gonna invalidate everything.
Sure, if you have an army of Chain Chomps versus an army of Shy Guys, I mean, Chain Chomps are winning every time, right?
No,
Oh,
they're
you
not.
think
Because
so?
our guys
They're
would just
basically
walk around them
indestructible.
politely.
So we're saying an army of Chain Chomps is them all staked into the ground.
Yeah, the
Well,
natural state of a chain chomp is them staked into the
they're
ground.
they're
In
loose.
tennis, they're loose. In tennis,
There's
they're not
some loose
chained to the
Chain
ground.
Chomps around there,
They just
out
have-
and about.
It's like a tail for them in tennis.
Yeah.
Because yeah, that's even if they were tethered to the ground, what can a Shy Guy do to kill a Chain Chomp?
It doesn't need to do anything.
It just wins by default.
That's the whole point. You can just say, "Oh well, they're all out here staked into the ground, so fucking whatever we want to take from them, let's just walk around."
Just
them."
go around.
So you want them to win by just going around, taking the coward's way out.
It depends.
I mean,
What's the
they're
objective
literally
of the
shy
war?
guys. Why would they take the aggressive route? They are shy guys.
Okay, but then if there's even just one off its leash, and it can chase the Shy Guys around,
It's GG. There's no way.
end of the game.
Pull up the stakes from the other Chain Chomps.
Oh, it could bite it off.
Oh,
Yeah, that.
if
yeah,
they're close enough together, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so if a chain chomp has the handicap of being unstaked, what if the shy guys have the handicap of a superstar?
Any of these fucking minions got a star, they win.
Yeah.
That's true. If a Chain Chomp beats
Well,
a
I'm just
star,
saying,
it's gonna win.
If the condition of you winning is a handicap, then what's the point?
Well, but the thing is, the Chain Chomp not on a leash is not a handicap or like a boon. It's a natural
That's what it
state,
is.
and it's
Yeah.
happened before.
Dogs get
mean,
chained up, but they're fine
You
not
more-
being chained.
How many times you walk into a level or into a stage and the chain chomp is securely tied up versus it freewheeling? Because I can think of tennis. Tennis is definitely
Tennis,
a
yeah.
situation where it is off chain, but like any Mario Kart stage with chain chomps, they're tied down. Super Mario 64, they're tied down. Mario
Oh.
Party, they're tied down.
Wait,
The
hold
natural
on.
state is
Doesn't there
tied
the
down.
Mario Party levels where they're chasing you? You run across the board.
Yeah, because you hit something and they get set free. Otherwise, they just be running around the whole time. They can't be set free.
So their owners know that they're so dangerous and powerful that they must contain them.
Yep.
But they can be uncontained.
Yeah, if you release it, yeah.
They can be freaks off a leash.
Like even Link used a chain chomp for good, but he had to get permission from its owner to take it off leash and bring it to the start of the 4th temple so that it could eat the leaves outside.
So we've really only seen domesticated chain chomps. What about wild chain chomps? Are they staked to the ground?
Do they have a king? No. Wild chain chomp.
Can we go through a thought experiment that might unravel everything? Because I'm trying to remember Super Mario 64 in the first level, Bob-omb Field or whatever that was.
Yeah.
There's a chain chomp there that's on a stake, and you can butt slam on the
ground pound.
Butt slam it 3 times, and you get a star. Can you remind me? Does the chain chomp get set free, or does it poof away?
It disappears.
Yeah.
So if you get rid of the stake, do the chain chomps go free, or are they disappeared?
They go free.
I'm trying to think of another instance where you free a chain chomp. You don't.
Yeah.
When else do you ever free a chain chomp?
Yeah, like I was trying to think of like Mario Odyssey if that ever happens, but the most you do is like you cappy a chain chomp and then.
There are 3 wild chain chomps in Super Mario Sunshine.
Oh yeah,
that are running around the village on fire, and you need to shoot them into pools of water to cool them down. Now, let me see if that was. Is that their escape? Pianta Village.
Now, when you unchain it runs away. It doesn't disappear.
And also, does this introduce a new variant for us, the chain chomp on fire? Because that sounds
pretty powerful.
So the fire chain chomp level is called Chain Chomplins Unchained. That provides context that they were chained, that they got out.
They were unchained.
They do not just poof disappear, but their natural state is chained.
Does that mean that
I don't think it's natural necessarily.
That just means that they happen to have been.
Yeah. I mean, let's get into chain chomp biology. How is a chain chomp born? Is it born leashed or unleashed?
Yeah, how do chain chomps procreate?
How are they born? Are they egg based, or do they hatch, or are they birthed?
Are they manufactured? Are they robots? Or
are they amoeba'd? Like, do they just kind of like this one chain chomp gets so big it separates and buds?
Is it mitosis going on?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It looks like in New Super Mario Bros. There are chain chomps that are on wooden stakes that you can ground pound, and then they just kind of will run wild, or they'll run to break bricks for you.
So they do go free.
Yeah.
So if we get rid of the stakes, Shy Guys are dead.
Yes.
The chain chomps that you get off their stakes in Super Mario Odyssey die. They die when they hit rocks.
I have an answer that we need for a question that we had. This comes via GameFAQs a decade ago.
Oh man.
When a mommy and daddy chain chomp love each other very much, loud clanging noises are heard for miles. After a gestation period of roughly 61 days, female chomps have to rapidly seek large bodies of water lest their offspring become so heated as to damage them in their weakened condition. Due to the energetic, if not chaotic, mating rituals of chain chomps, owners of tame chain chomps are encouraged to breed them far away from civilization. There you go. Okay, they're so dangerous.
Where did you get this from? I know GameFAQs. Where did they get it from?
Miyamoto gave that answer in an interview.
Oh yeah, someone just asked Miyamoto, like, hey, do chain chomps fuck?
Did he actually say that?
Jesus.
Oh God!
You're
As
the-
from a child.
He said it. He said it
I
right
fucking
after he
wish.
said
That
a
would make my
delayed
day.
perfect. Yeah, he said it right after that.
There you go. That's how chain chomps are born.
Mm-hmm.
The first time that we ever saw a chainless chain chomp naturally was in Rainbow Road in Mario 64, where they're just a thing. I would argue that probably means that they're dead, right? Because Rainbow Road is probably like
So
heaven.
let me
Does that mean that
reframe
all of
this
them
a
are dead?
little bit of a little way. We recognize that Unleashed Chain Chomp would fucking decimate Shy Guys. So we're
Yes.
trying. So that's unquestioned.
Yeah,
Right. So we're trying to determine if they will be
Whether
chained or
they have a
unchained.
handicap or not. Yeah, whether or not there's something restricting them. That's what we're trying to find out.
no.
there's
I think the handicap would be if they were unleashed.
How's that
I
a
think that their
handicap?
natural state is they are chained. They are chain chomp. They're chained down.
No, that's their
Chain,
handicap.
they have a chain along the rest of their body. That's what's referring to.
The handicap that they would get would be, or reverse handicap, whatever.
Yeah, that'd be the
would
bonus. That'd be the
Yeah,
yeah,
advantage.
the boon that they would get would be if they were unchained.
exactly.
Chain chomp,
As
unchained.
they are.
The next
They're,
Mario
they're
video
known
game.
to be so dangerous. They must
So
be chained up.
I'm gonna vote Shy Guy because
No.
I think Shy Guy could just walk around the fucking chain chomp. Chain chomp's useless. It's stuck in the ground.
Okay, but we've been operating this whole time on a like an army rule, right? Where it's like it's not just it's not just a Koopa, it's like the varieties of Koopa, and we've at least established that there's a variety of chain chomp where
That's
there is an unchained one.
There's an
right?
unchained one.
Well,
There's a big fucking one.
Okay, sorry. So the only naturally unchained chain chomp is the one in Rainbow Road. The only other one is from Sunshine, where it specifically states that it's already been unchained. That means that its natural state is to be
Well,
chained.
who says it's natural? That's like
Yeah.
if I catch a fish, that means its natural state is in an
default
aquarium.
state.
I
No,
mean,
what?
well,
That
here's
makes
the-
no sense. What kind of a fucking analogy was that?
Somebody captured the chain chomp and then chained it, just as I chained my fish in my aquarium.
They spawn in chained. If it was like, hey, you're
Where
on
are
a
you getting this
stage,
information?
my life experience.
If
you
your travel
spawn into a
The
stage,
chain chomp breeding job you had in college.
if you spawned into a stage and there was a chain chomp running around, and Mario's task was to chain it, then yeah, like its default state was unchained.
Well, he runs across
wait.
them as hazards that have been placed there specifically.
Can I bring in a precedent we have set before in our very first argument in this podcast, like 70 years ago, because this has been going on a while? We never argued, is the piranha plant planted or not? We all just accepted the fact that Petey Piranha runs around. We all accepted the fact that the plant from Smash runs around. We didn't debate, oh, but that's not natural.
True.
Well, but there is only one or 1.5 instances of free roaming chain chomps.
Okay, and there's one instance of piranha plant and a plant pot running around in Smash.
No, there's also the time that he rode a go-kart.
Yeah,
That's Petey Piranha.
Yeah.
That's a variant of piranha plant.
Yeah.
Yeah. My point being, though, is we accepted those and we didn't debate like, oh, that's not a natural piranha plant. That's
Well,
not
because-
a piranha plant grown out of the pipes.
There has to be something against chain chomps. Otherwise, they're just invincible. They'll fuck everything up.
Mm.
There's nothing that will stop them if they're not. Like, right? Like, if they're not chained, everybody else.
Well, I would say that, like, in Super Mario 64, when you unchain them, they fucking die.
Yeah.
In other games, when you unchain them, they normally are not around for too much longer. Super Mario Sunshine is the only game that doesn't just have them immediately do something to kill themselves. And even that is like you rescue them by chaining them up again.
Yeah, that's just Nintendo because they know it's a game for children that they can't let this unstoppable monster loose on the level.
That's why there's no blood on its face, because
right.
they don't want it to be free.
Or because they've just always been naturally chained up. That's it.
I refuse
That's it.
to
We've
accept
solved
that they're.
It's not censoring or anything, but they are naturally chained.
No, someone is chaining them. They're not chained at creation.
I feel like we're also 2 steps away from a political argument here too. I don't know which one exactly. There are a few.
Well, I was just looking at the bracket and thinking, well, fuck, if all of the chain chomps are getting chained, then the person doing it is going to be King Koopa and the Koopalings. Okay, well, I'm gonna say I'm voting for Shy Guy.
Okay, Rut, I'm curious where your head's at. You've been a little quiet.
I don't know. I'm with Otten that if it's unchained, you're fucked. Period. Done. Gonna eat you.
Okay,
and
but
that faceless motherfucker would go down.
But do you agree with the premise that
I do not agree with the premise that it's naturally chained.
So you think it could be naturally free?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. No, I'll
Because it's not
secede
going to
then.
be born with a chain attached and a stump in the ground.
I'll secede then.
Not
Definitely going with Rut's opinion on Mario characters is the well-informed choice.
Here's the thing. This isn't his thoughts on it. This is his thoughts after listening to all of us have a discussion. So this is the one, like, what does he believe the most?
How about this? Shigeru, as we earlier said, Shiggy's inspiration for Chain Chomps was a dog that tried to bite him, but the chain was on. The inception of the idea of a chain chomp.
That's right. Dogs are born chained. Yeah.
That's
right.
You hear that?
You're right. You got it. We got to detach. You got to surgically.
Let me tell that to my pit bulls.
No. The inception of the idea is a chained creature.
Right. A chained creature implies that the creature is free.
Well, I'll vote for Shy Guy, and Shigeru Miyamoto can vote for Shy Guy with me, and you guys can vote for Chain Chomp.
No, how dare you put words in his mouth?
Yeah.
I'm not at all. I'm
going to call him up right now.
I don't have the direct quote from this wiki that I'm reading. The entire thing may be bullshit. But
could you fucking imagine the day we actually get to interview Shigeru Miyamoto? One of the first questions we fucking ask him is, "Are chain chomps born free?"
That's why you couldn't take us
He's
anywhere.
got to settle this debate.
We're gonna have to email this to Nintendo and be like, please show this to Miyamoto and ask him if we're right.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna send it to him.
Where are we landed here? What's the?
I think my vote is the chain chomp. I think there are some that are naturally unchained, maybe not all of them, but if there's even just 1 or 2 unchained ones, it's a win, easy.
Unstoppable.
So do we want, and I know we've used it a lot, but do we want the deciding criteria to be which army would win?
I think if you had 2 going head to head and there was an objective and there was a chain chomp guarding said objective.
Capture the flag. Okay, if we're talking capture the flag, chain chomp easy win. They're like pretty good goalies.
So here's another way to reframe how. Well, I should have asked this, for the first one that we did. But what's the better Mario enemy? What's the better obstacle? What's the funner thing to come across? What gets, you know what I mean? What's the more interesting thing? It's like you see a Shy Guy and it's like, oh shit, I got to figure that out. Or like, what's your reaction when you see a chain chomp? How do you interact with them in the game?
Chain chomp.
I think I like the chain chomp more. I mean, I'm thinking of Odyssey where you cappy it and then you can like slingshot it. I think that's pretty fucking good. Fun. That's a pretty good.
Cappy a Shy Guy.
Yep.
I don't think that Shy Guys are in Odyssey.
I don't think they're in Odyssey at all.
No, they're not. No.
I'm on the chain chomp train. The chain chomp chain.
Chain train.
I don't know what's happening here, guys. Like, I was really for Goombas, and then Shy Guy won, and now I'm like,
you got
really against Chain
Chomps. Taking L after L.
Like,
yeah, this bracket has not been kind to you.
So is that where are we landing on chain chomp?
Is it the chain chomp?
I guess it's chain chomp.
I'm still voting
Shy Guy, but
I guess it can't. Yeah.
All right. Wow.
I'm actually very surprised to see chain chomp. Not what I would have guessed at all. Chain chomp versus Koopa at the end.
Anybody watching this is now canon.
This is, yeah. All right. And then chain chomp moves in
Christian, I'm sorry you had to listen to all this.
This is
I'm shooketh.
I'm loving this. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I love it.
McDonald's is
Dude, I
sponsoring
love
this.
Olive Garden.
Yes. So this is the final round for the grand finals. Koopas v Chain Chomps.
Who could have seen this coming? The Chain Chomps are like the St. Peter's last year. It was like the 15th seed that made it real far.
Yeah, I
I
love
love
March
that you
Madness.
just keep making really sports references in the middle of this
all we
holy
know.
nerdy
That's
discussion.
all we know.
It's the bracket.
If there is a bracket, my thought immediately goes to March Madness.
It's the most famous bracket.
Yes.
No question.
Yeah. Koopas v Chain Chomps. This
Battle for the ages.
is it.
It is.
Okay.
I lean Koopa.
You lean
course.
Koopa.
Of course you do.
Why?
A lot more utility. They can. I mean, I guess the question partially is, can the Chain Chomps destroy their shells? Are they strong enough?
I think we've established earlier. I think I used the metaphor turtle soup to describe what would happen to a
Yeah.
Koopa in the
You
shell.
would chomp the fuck out of that thing.
But
Yeah.
also, Koopas can fly. Paracoopas.
The
Yeah.
Paracoopas and the flying Koopas. Yeah. Well, because that's the thing here is I feel like if you know there was the argument with the Shy Guys where it's believable that they would just avoid the Chain Chomps and walk around them, right? Koopas, I feel like, are out for blood.
That face, you see that face and you think out for blood.
Yeah, it haunts me. It haunts me.
Oh,
man.
Those eyes are dead inside.
The army of Koopas are out. Like Hammer Bros. If I replace that image with a Hammer Bro, you'd be like, oh, that motherfucker's out for blood.
Well, let's say Bowser's the king of both of them. He uses both. They're both his minions, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he wants to like really fuck something up, what's he reaching for?
His children.
It's Chain Chomp. The children, those fucks that never accomplish anything. No,
Yeah.
Chain Chomp's what he's going for.
So are we saying right here, right now, that the Chain Chomp is like a weapon of mass destruction? And the
It
Mario
kind of
universe?
is.
Yeah.
Kind of
Except
is.
for the fact that it has an effective range of 30 feet.
Not if Bowser picks up that chain and fucking chucks it,
Yeah.
which he
Well,
does.
At that point, if Bowser's picking it up, then that's a Koopa using it as a weapon.
That's true.
We're not concluding
That is
Bowser's
true.
not a part of a Koopa. He's the king of both of them. He's in charge of both of them.
Oh, so you think he
I
would
don't
kill
think
his
you
own
can claim
kind?
Bowser. I'm not talking about army versus army. I'm just saying as a utility, as a weapon that Bowser has at his disposal. Which one do you think he believes is more effective? Koopas are fodder. They're the infantry.
Right, but if we're talking like the Chain Chomp as a tool versus the Chain Chomp as a sentient being,
It's both things.
Here,
Hmm.
this is it. This is going to be my.
If we
grand
can't, you
fuck
can't
to a
use that
Chain Chomp.
argument. So you can't use that argument of the Koopa as a weapon. If we can't use the argument of Bowser being a Koopa,
It's okay. We
Using
don't
the
even
weapon.
we don't even need to go all the way up to Bowser because in Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga and Mario and Luigi, that's the same game but the 2017 remake.
okay.
There is such a thing as a Chomp Bro. It is a Koopa wielding a tethered Chain Chomp.
Wow. So even the Koopas recognize just how powerful they are.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
when they're mobile,
Fantastic. So
when
the-
you can have it in your hand and walk with it.
Right, but then that's the question of can all of the Koopa armies domesticate all of the Chain Chomp army?
yeah.
Well, no, it's just the Chomp Bros.
And
The
will
Chomp
not
Bros
the-
already have Chain Chomps. It's going to be mothers killing children,
Yeah.
relationships.
Well, and the
destroyed
Chain
in this-
Chomps, it's a story of liberation. They have to free their people from the slavery of the Koopas.
Well, that's a good question, right? Yeah. So if a Chain Chomp bro goes into battle and then its Chain Chomp sees its fellow brothers and sisters, but they're free, would it still
Yeah.
follow its master, or would it
Exactly.
turn on his Koopa master?
Exactly.
Rebellion.
That's right. Chain Chomps are there to free their people from the oppressiveness of the Koopas.
The oppressive Koopa race.
That's right. We've already established how awful the Bowser reign is and how he doesn't care about his people. The Chain Chomps are just looking out for its own kind. Through this rebellion, they will establish their regency, their kingdom.
That's how they'll become king.
That's
They'll
right.
sit on Bowser's throne.
They'll make their own. They don't need to. His throne isn't worth anything once it's gone.
They'll use Bowser's bones as a throne.
They'll make their own iron throne out of the dead Chain Chomps chains instead of swords.
It'll be the most uncomfortable throne.
I mean, they made one out of swords.
Yeah.
I think we've got canonical proof that Koopa have the ability to domesticate Chain Chomps that invalidates a Chain Chomp army.
But can you domesticate a creature in the middle of a battlefield?
Yes, yeah. I've played Pokemon.
Fair. But they don't have Pokeballs.
That's right.
No, apparently all they need to do is just like pick up the thing. That's it.
And you think that would work?
But to pick up the thing, they have to avoid the bite.
Not just the one bite, the many bites.
There's lots of them.
Lots of bites.
Speedy.
Are they? Or are they walking pretty slow? They got a
well,
little
when
they can move into their shell at will.
You know, when they shell spin, they're pretty fast.
Zip around.
Yeah, but like you take one out of their shell, or you just stuff one in their shell and you knock it back at a bunch of Koopas. It fucks up like 20 of them.
Yeah, if you leave a Chain Chomp hooked onto the ground, it fucks up all of them.
No, I'm saying in the midst of battle, you throw a Chain Chomp and it's like decimates a bunch of little Koopas. Now, one thing we have not brought up with Koopas though, they have a fucking wizard on their side who can do some shit.
Yes, a magic Koopa.
Kamek can like pull some nonsense.
Mm-hmm. So it would just magic away the Chain Chomp army.
I do not know the limits or boundaries of Kamek's powers. They could be all powerful for all we know.
Yeah.
But that's why I was asking earlier, do we really want it to be who would win in a fight? Is it also part of the question, who's the more interesting mechanically in terms of the game?
Or maybe alternatively, who is more capable of building a society?
Well, that's an easy answer.
Yeah, the Chain Chomps.
Also, the Koopa's got literally thousands and thousands of more Rule 34 images than Chain Chomps.
Right, and that is power in and of itself.
So that's pretty powerful. Many magnitudes more.
This guy's fucked.
Born.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going into the deep rabbit hole of the Hammer Bro variants. There is too many Hammer Bro variants, including the Business Bro, the Clam Hammer Bro, the Chomp Bro, the Dark Hammer Bro, the Limbo Bro. Why didn't they just call it the Limbro?
Bro.
Yeah,
well, that sounds like something else. The Limbro just has a lot of limbs.
Oh, yeah, it's just a fucking turtle with a bunch of arms.
Yeah.
Sumo.
I didn't
Bro.
have my vote. That's fucking terrifying.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the question then: can a Hammer Bro or the Frying Pan Bro break a Chain Chomp?
I don't think so. We've yet to see any evidence of a Chain Chomp being broken in any fashion. The chain, maybe, but like the head of it, we've never seen anything happen.
Super Mario 64. It hits the cage and it fucking obliterates.
No, it jumps away.
Yeah, it jumps off. It jumps off
over the top.
Runs away. Yeah.
I literally just watched the video.
A Mario expert.
That's right.
I was like, I wonder.
Man, can you guys believe that one of our prelim ideas for this episode was Sonic or Mario who would win?
Was it?
I mean, I think we threw it around.
I'm glad we didn't do it because it's a fucking easy answer.
Yeah, Sonic.
It's Sonic.
Yeah.
No. This is
Mario.
I realize you're saying that for the memes. I realize it. I know you guys don't really believe that in your heart.
Yeah.
No, I do.
No. It's Chain Chomp.
Chain Chomp wins?
Chain Chomp wins.
Oh shit.
I found
His
on the
entire argument was based off of it.
No.
Wait.
On the GameFAQ wiki.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
That if
Shout
you
out Game
stand
Facts.
next to a chain chomp for about 174 timer seconds, he will break free of his chain and will have one chance to get at you. The fact that they can canonically break out of their chain means that even if their natural state is chained, those Koopas have a little bit shy of 3 minutes and they're fucked.
Yeah, they have a
100%.
time limit.
No, I take everything back from the get-go. Chain chomp is the winner.
Shit.
It's fucking indestructible, and it can break out of its chain. Yeah, that's it.
Game does it do that?
That is in Super Mario Bros. 3 for the NES.
Huh.
Chain chomps, man.
Wow. Chain
There's
chomps.
some
OP.
sources that say if they get mad enough, they can break their chain too, which I'm assuming is what that's referring to.
That's the chain
Wow.
chomp for you.
Chain chomp.
They're
OP.
the best
I'm gonna
Mario
have to
minion.
fucking look that up.
Everybody thought Koopa's coming in.
Yeah, after 50 lunges or so, an Easter egg that goes back as far as the original Super Mario Bros. 3 and in Super Mario Maker, but only in the SMB3 theme. It'll lunge against this chain 50 times, and then the chain will break free.
Wow. So even when Mr. Miyamoto-san himself was thinking about that dog, he was like, eventually that dog's gonna fucking get me.
Yeah.
That's why they're so scary.
Right.
And who's the bigger obstacle in a Mario game? So I was like, fuck, I can't do anything about that chain chomp unless I set it free so it can fuck off and leave me alone.
Yeah. But the Koopas, fuck them or whatever.
They're the new minions. Who gives a shit about them?
Oh shit! Fun fact: it's not going to change what's going on at all. Apparently, the Hammer Bros do the same thing.
You get pissed
But
off.
like
What?
the Hammer Bros that normally just like bounce in place, kind of thing. If you give them long enough, they will start moving towards you. That's so fucking cool.
Wow.
That's smart.
Scary,
but smart.
Hey, I learned something today, and I feel like that's worth way more than any of this bullshit.
So did we make a final decision here? Did we?
I think we've
I
learned
was
that
the only dissenter.
the Chain Chomp wins. Chain Chomp beats Koopas.
100%. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're gonna after this video goes live, then we're gonna have another video that hits our YouTube that just says "I'm so sorry," and it's gonna be me apologizing to.
That's
Yeah,
right.
apologizing to all
just
of them.
crying into the camera.
And then a week later, we find out something where the Koopas win, and then we have to post a new
This
video like
is-
we were wrong.
It's a real Cinderella story here. Chain
The Chain
I
chomp
cannot wait to see
coming
the fucking
through.
comments on this.
This
I
is
would not
beautiful.
have guessed any of that.
Wow. So
Wow, they're gonna win against their oppressors and let them freedom.
it truly is a Cinderella story. It's a story for the
freedom.
ages. Yeah.
They get their freedom out of this.
Number 11 seed taking it.
It's beautiful.
That's bonkers. That's truly bonkers.
Never would have guessed it. I thought for sure it would have been Goomba or Koopa,
Mhm. But the Goomba lost round one.
which
Yeah,
huge
because you guys
surprise.
are idiots.
Number 1 seed got
way.
absolutely
Okay.
destroyed.
But realistically, if this was Goombas versus Chain Chomp, would that change anything?
No,
No.
No.
But
Chain
In fact, it
Chomps
would probably
all the
be
way.
worse.
Probably, yeah. Goombas get fucked more.
Well, see, now I'm wondering. Now I feel like I'm curious how much this undermines our arguments for everything else. Like, are Thwomps like after 50 tries, I'll fucking chase you down and kick your ass? Like,
no, it looks to just be Hammer Bros and Chain Chomps.
Wow.
or like Bullet Bills, like after 50 tries, they like they move faster than real bullets. Can't even dodge them.
Sonic.
Who
What
would
a
have thought?
weird and obscure fact to
I
figure.
wouldn't have known that that one of the not as popular Rule 34 ones would have won. It's more popular than you think, though.
Right.
Over
but not
500
Goombas.
images.
Rule
Yeah.
34 rankings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
All they
ooh,
need
that's
to do is
what
set
we
up a
should have done.
Regency.
Rule 34 rankings of these.
well, I think that
Number one. Sugar.
wraps this tournament, right? I don't think any of us thought Chain Chomp would win.
No.
I wouldn't have
Going
been
into
on
this,
that.
I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, but here we are. with the chain chomp. Wow.
Who would have
Well,
guessed? How
beautiful.
strange.
Mm-hmm.
Chain chomps, beautiful. They're good boys.
Yes.
Good boys. They're good,
Very good boys indeed. Well, that is a wrap for our silly, dumb tournament fun episode of all these Mario enemies.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, Mario Krampus for you and yours. Happy holidays. We hope you enjoyed this dumb little tournament. And thank you for listening to it. And hey, if you're still here, please feel free to leave us a review.
Why? Yeah,
Cool.
if you were still here to hear that, why?
Yeah. Hey, if you did get this far and you aren't subscribed to us yet, what are you doing? Right?
Yeah.
Right?
What are you doing with your life? You're
Smash
making
that subscribe.
weird decisions.
And let us know in the comments below. Do you agree or disagree? Did Chain Chomp deserve this win, or did we make up some bullshit or something? Let us know in the comments down below, whatever platform you're listening on, or sound off on Twitter or whatever social media you'd like. Let us know if we were right or wrong. We will be back next week in the new year, in the year 2023. We'll be back with a quiz show to see how much we remember from the year 2022. You can have fun with us as well. It'll be a little quiz show that Stretch makes up, so the rest of us will no idea. It'll be a lot of fun.
Question number 1. Which Mario character got fucking robbed?
Now, I feel like that's a trick question.
Luigi probably gets mugged all the time. You know what I mean? He's got a
He's got a muggable face.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening, everyone, and we will see you in the new year. Goodbye.